Hello everyone, this is Miao.
I'm Raul.
This is Kat, our Aki. Today's topic is about why we decided to go to Germany and why we decided to live here. Should I start?
You can start.
The thing was that when I graduated from my bachelor in China, Chinese University, I was totally young and I had no idea about how the world looks like. Because I was growing up in a rural city in China and I never traveled out of China. And actually, it was my first time to take the airplane.
Oh, really?
For the first time, not for go abroad to Germany, but after my high school, I flew to my university.
Can you explain a bit from where somewhat you are in China and where you were traveling to study?
I was in the middle of the North China. And I was growing up there. There was no sea, no water there because it's inland city. And I always want to have a look. Oh, what the sea will look like? Because you always see the videos, see the images about the sea. You can only imagine it. That's why I had decided to study in a seaside city where the university is located.
Yeah.
Actually, this is the main reason why I selected this university.
Water is the
yes,
part.
North, east of China, near the sea line. And yes, this is actually my first time to take an airplane from my province to this university city. Dalian, if you know it, is quite a popular tourist sightseeing city. It's very beautiful city. And after my graduation from my bachelor degree, I don't know what can I do. I don't want to find a job at that time because I was afraid of not getting a job anywhere. And I mean, it's kind of, you escape from the complete social I don't know, competition that you have to compete yourself with other people to get the one position there. And I want to study further to escape this recruiting employment thing. And I want to also go abroad.
Yeah, wanted to see new countries.
Yes, so I selected several countries like America, European countries like Germany, France, and something like this. I can tell you my criteria about it. The first reason that I selected Germany is because the football team, German football team, because the young guy, they look so cool, so handsome, like like fashion models. And I had this assumption that every German young guy look like this way. Oh my god! So I dreamed about it. No? Maybe I can sometimes get a so handsome German guy as my boyfriend, something like this. But this until now, after like 8 years, I realize it's an illusion. But it's quite.
She didn't find a young, nice, and beautiful boyfriend apparently.
That was basically my fantasy. The first reason.
You have never told me
yes,
that.
I never told you. That's why we do this video. And second reason is that I started vehicle engineering and in my bachelor. So you know, Germany is famous for it, and the industrial, the whole vehicle thing is very good at it. Why I don't come here to study things. This is the most common reason why Chinese people want to study here in Germany. And third reason is very important for me because my family financial status is not so good at that time, and my parents would not afford any master educations in American if I don't get any scholarship, something financial support from the university, our whole family, we cannot afford it.
Yeah.
At the beginning, at least, because you always have found some part-time jobs to support yourself financially. But at the beginning, for the apply for visas, for the airplane from China to American, and from the first several months living there, and for a whole educational fees, we cannot afford it.
Yeah.
So that's why I selected Germany, because the education here in university is totally free. I only paid like 100 euros or 150 euros every semester.
Yeah.
So it's quite less. It's even less than the thing in China in our universities. So it's quite a good reason for me. Why not come here and spend less money and get a high quality degree, master degree. After 8 years, from the point of view now, I would say German education system is basically very good, very comprehensive. You learn a lot of things, but and you spare your money. But another thing, you spend more time than the regular time here. The regular master time is like 2 years, but there are really people who can finish the whole master study within 2 years. So most people, they spend 3, 4, 5 years for it. So it's kind of another costs.
Yeah.
You don't pay real money, but you pay your time. It's also very, very expensive. From now, my opinion.
I like this. The second reasoning, I like this way better than the first one with all the.
But the first one is very intuitive reason. It's also very important for me.
We never go to see football. I'm kind of surprised that we didn't go to see a football game yet. To see the nice boys. But yeah, should I continue? Okay. So I guess for myself, why I'm in Germany, there are 2 different timelines for that, or 2 different reasonings. First up, as I mentioned in other videos, I come from Luxembourg. It's a very small country, and at some point
next to Germany,
yeah, we only have like 600,000 people or so, compared to Germany's, I think, somewhat around a bit more than 80 million. But yeah, when you live in such a small country, you want to see the outside world, other countries. You don't want to be stuck all the time in your little country. And I think, like with most students, it is that way. They want to basically take their student time to study abroad. And this was the same for me. I wanted to...
So that's why there are a lot of the exchange programs. I know there's a well-known exchange program called Erasmus.
Erasmus, yeah.
But basically for European students, right? Not for...
I think it's mostly European students. It's simpler for us because we can travel throughout the European Union.
And you also get sponsorship kind of this thing from this program, right?
Yeah, me personally, I wasn't part of the Erasmus. It was just a thing for me of, hey, I want to study abroad. Don't want to spend my years of studying inside of Luxembourg. With one of the reasons being, I was, at that point in my life, I was still sure that I would go back to Luxembourg and live there. So my first studying program was, I was studying to become a journalist. I studied journalism and media communication in Cologne. And for once I wanted to study in Cologne because I really liked the city just from the pictures,
Not
the videos.
only because the cathedral there, right?
No. I also didn't like Cologne just because of the football players.
Okay, nice.
I like the city just from an aesthetic point of view very much. And so I wanted to study there. But also a thing that's true there is Cologne is very close to Luxembourg. I only need like
2 hours.
2 hours, a bit
By
more than
car.
2 hours by car to get from Luxembourg to Cologne. And yeah, so
you don't have the feeling that, oh, I'm now going abroad and study there.
yeah, it wasn't the thing of like, oh no, I will not see my friends and family in 7 months or so. It was mostly a thing of, hey, I can go back every weekend. And this is basically what I did. So during the week I was staying in Cologne, studying in my apartment at the school, and then on weekends I just left for Luxembourg, going back to my friends, having a nice Friday evening, Saturday, and then Sunday evening I was driving back to Cologne for 2 hours. So I had basically like the best of both worlds for me. I could enjoy Cologne, but I also could...
Big city.
Big city, but I could also enjoy the company of friends and family at home. So this was this was a part of my life where I was like, yeah, I will return to Luxembourg later on because I really miss Luxembourg. But yeah, this was like the one timeline. But then the second timeline started when I realized for myself, hey, I don't want to work in journalism later on in my life. It wasn't just something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And at that point, I was thinking about, okay, what else do I want to do? And then the thing with the video game industry came up. And I really wanted to do that. That was the thing that I wanted to tackle next. And I knew I need to study this somewhere. And actually there was the possibility of studying it in Frankfurt, which is not so far off from Cologne. So it's also basically a thing of, hey, I could go back.
But they are all Germany based.
Yeah, they are still all Germany based. At that point I was still in the mind of, hey, I want to stay close to Luxembourg if I can. So yeah, Frankfurt was an option, but I also realized at some point, if I really want to work in the video game industry, this will not be possible later on when I want to go back to Luxembourg, because Luxembourg doesn't have a video game industry. There are no studios that I can work in. So it was always a thing of, if I want to start studying this and work in this industry, I need to leave Luxembourg permanently. And
if you have this opinion in your mind, will that not be the better idea for you to study in American or in Japan, where the video games are more developed than here?
No, Germany is also a country where video game industry has a good footing. Like you have opportunities to work here, especially since there are American studios like Ubisoft, which is a very big video game publisher company. They also have studios in Germany, for example. So there's definitely the place to work in Germany, but yeah, not in Luxembourg. And this was the point where I was like, okay, if I want to go through with this, I need to be aware that I can't stay in Luxembourg. And I remember the evening I visited like a friend in Cologne, and I talked to her about it, and I was just, I just wanted to get this out because I was a bit, I feared it a bit, knowing that, okay, I will leave behind like a lot of friends and family that I don't see every weekend. But yeah, just already speaking about it really helped, talking with a friend about it. And not long after, I also decided, okay, I really want to do this. And if I want to not be too attached to Luxembourg all the time, I need to go a bit further away. And this is where I decided to come to Berlin, because the same school where, yeah, I know it's not all that far off, but it's not a thing where I can go back.
I can tell you the difference from Cologne to Luxembourg, 2 hours by car. From Berlin to Luxembourg, 8 hours by car. This is how much difference is it?
Yeah, it's not that much on a world scale, but it's already enough so that you don't go back every weekend. And
you accepted this, maybe the possible result that you will never come back to your Luxembourg circle, kind of this thing. You accept it.
Yeah, I accepted it. Of course, at the beginning it was way harder than it is now. Now I am used to it. I'm living in Berlin for almost 5 years now. So yeah, by now it's I'm used to the fact that I only go back to Luxembourg maybe like once or twice a year. Comparing it to you, you can only go back like every 3 or 4 years. So it's not all that much of a bad situation for me. But yeah, it was still something in the beginning that was very hard for me. So yeah, in general, living in Berlin helped me get over the fact that I can't go back every week. And yeah, this is the main reason why I'm living in Berlin. I mean, just as an addition, the school that I found in Frankfurt, where I could have gone, also had a school in Berlin. So this was also the thing of like, that's the reason why I found Berlin. And I informed myself about the possibilities in Berlin. And
but let's assume if you have this opportunity that you can find a job in Luxembourg in a similar studio or something like this in video game area, will you go back?
I mean, you would get paid a lot more in Luxembourg probably because of the higher wages, but also living conditions in Luxembourg are way higher, so you need to pay more for your flat.
But your mom once time told me that the minimum loan in Luxembourg is more than your salary now. Is that true?
Yeah, something like this. So I think the optimal solution would be to actually have a job in Luxembourg where I work remotely from, and I still live in Berlin actually.
That's true.
So,
you can actually live in Berlin and work from home for a Luxembourg video game company if there's any.
Yeah, I mean that would be the possibility, but yeah, there are not really all that much opportunities in Luxembourg currently. Maybe this changes in the future, but for now, not really.
And if you ask me the same question, if I can find out similar position in China, will I go back? I will 99% to say no, because for the one time, the working condition there, we talked about in the last video, is very hard for young people. They get less paid, but they have to work overtime every day for free. Second, that I'm not used to how completed the relationships that are going there, because where there are people, where there are always fights, always problems, worries against each other. So I'm not
very much competition based.
Yes, very much competitions, and you cannot get the true feelings that this guy come to you because you are a nice guy, or this guy comes to you because they can get benefit from you. So this kind of thing, I'm not get used to it, and I did not learn it from German society. So I'm not good at it. I mean, the third thing might be that the whole German insurance system is much better than in China, so I don't need to worry about, okay, when I get tired, when I get ill, who will
cover it?
Yes, who will cover it? Because I don't have income anymore, but the society, they will say, okay, no worries, because you paid a lot of tax and you paid insurance for yourself, so the society, we can help you to get through when you're getting older or when you're getting ill. These all things. How about you?
I mean, I was raised in that kind of system where I don't need to fear as much about insurance, and
so that's also the reason why you can decided, okay, I abandoned all the things that I started about a journalist, and I switched myself to a totally new area. So I'm not afraid of it, because there are always support behind me.
I mean, yeah, on the decision of switching from journalism to the video game industry, of course, there was support from the family and friends about it, and also from my state, basically, because my first my first studies course was basically completely financed by the state, as well as the second one. So I had the courage and the chance to actually do stuff like this.
So it's like a stage support in Luxembourg is better than Germany, basically, right?
I mean, yeah,
Totally.
there's more financial aid for Luxembourgish students if they want to study abroad than maybe for German. I mean, we get a bit more, but it's also a thing of, as you said, studying in Germany is relatively cheap compared to other parts of the world. So, yeah.
From my private opinion, that your state pay more attention to like education, because your teachers earn the most money. Not only doctor, not only lawyers, but also teachers. They earn much money than teachers in Germany. I know that the teachers here, either in kindergarten or in university or in high schools, they earn average salary, not very high. So there's also the difference.
Yeah, that's true. Our teachers earn more, and something that's also very interesting is in Luxembourg, all the student books will be covered by the state. So yeah, if you're in high school and you need the books for the new year, school year, you can get them for free, which is very cool, because this wasn't the case always. When I was still in high school, I needed to pay for them. And just seeing that this is a change that happened in the last couple of years is pretty cool to see.
So yeah,
education, yay.
So that's all about our reasons why we decided to go to Germany and live here until now. Maybe we will change our mind someday, but that's basically how does it.
Football players. I will remember this.
Okay, thank you for watching and have a nice day. See you next time. Bye bye.